Good Wednesday, everyone, and welcome to this edition of Conversations Daily News. I'm your host, Cyrus Webb. Glad you all could join us once again. We, of course, have your news headlines coming up on this hump day. We have the Truth of the Day with Mary Ellen Ciganovich, and today, in the Entertainment Spotlight, you've been part of my conversation with recording artist Bella Manchester. Enjoy today's broadcast. For Conversations Daily News, I'm Cyrus Webb with your Wednesday headlines. In Mississippi news, the Mississippi State Department of Health has reported 734 new COVID-19 cases and 37 additional deaths. There have now been in Mississippi alone 288,714 COVID-19 cases and 6,501 coronavirus-related deaths in the state since March of 2020. As we mentioned yesterday, COVID-19 vaccination appointments have been rescheduled because of hazardous weather conditions. The appointments will automatically be rescheduled, and individuals will be notified by a phone message, text, or email about the rescheduled appointment, a spokesperson for the Mississippi State Department of Health said on Tuesday. In national news, House Democrat files lawsuit against former President Trump over Capitol riot. A Democratic congressman accused Donald Trump in a federal lawsuit on Tuesday of inciting the deadly insurrection at the U.S. Capitol and of conspiring with his lawyer and extremist groups to try to prevent the Senate from certifying the results of the presidential election he lost to Joe Biden. The lawsuit from Mississippi's Representative Benny Thompson, chairman of the House Homeland Security Committee, is part of an expected wave of litigation over the January 6th riot and is believed to be the first filed by a member of Congress. It seeks unspecified punitive and compensatory damages. The case also names as defendants the Republican former president's personal lawyer, Rudy Giuliani, and groups including the Proud Boys and the Oath Keepers, extremist organizations that have members charged by the Justice Department with taking part of the siege. Lawyers for Trump have denied that he incited the riot. A Trump advisor didn't immediately comment about the lawsuit on Tuesday, and a lawyer for Giuliani did not immediately return an email seeking comment from the Associated Press. In more national news, FEMA opens mass vaccine sites as bad weather hampers efforts. FEMA opened its first COVID-19 mass vaccination sites on Tuesday, setting up in Los Angeles and Oakland as part of an effort by the Biden administration to get shots into arms more quickly. Snowy and icy weather across much of the U.S., meanwhile, forced the cancellation of some vaccination events and threatened to disrupt vaccine deliveries over the next few days. Houston's public health agency lost power and had to scramble to give out thousands of shots before they spoiled. The developments came as the vaccination drive ramps up. The U.S. is administering an average of about 1.67 million doses per day, according to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. At the same time, deaths are down sharply over the past 6 weeks, and new cases have plummeted. The overall death toll in the United States has hit nearly 490,000. Nearly 38 million Americans, or close to 12% of the U.S. population, have received at least one dose of the vaccine, and 14 million have received both doses, according to the CDC. Deaths are running at about 2,400 per day on average, down by more than 900 from their peak in mid-January. And the average number of new cases per day has dropped to about 85,000, the lowest in 3.5 months. That's down from a peak of almost 250,000 per day in early January. And finally, in entertainment news, Tyler Perry and the Clintons attend memorial for actor Cicely Tyson. Tyler Perry and Bill and Hillary Clinton were among the attendees of a private memorial service for Cicely Tyson. The memorial service Tuesday came a day after hundreds of admirers of the pioneering black actor lined up outside the church for a public viewing. Some said they had come from as far as Atlanta or Los Angeles to be there. The church pastor said afterwards that Tyson was an example of a life well lived and an example of how we all might live, adding, "She was as much an ambassador for peace and love as anybody I can think of." Also in attendance for the nearly 3-hour service were gospel singer B.B. Winans and Valerie Simpson of the duo Ashford and Simpson. During the ceremony, the sun broke through the clouds and the temperature rose past 40 for the first time in the snowy city in more than a week. Tyson died on January the 28th. The New York-born actor was 96. Tyson was the first black woman to have a recurring role in a dramatic television series, the 1963 drama East Side, West Side, her performance as a sharecropper's wife in the 1972 movie Sounder cemented her stardom and earned her an Oscar nomination. She went on to win 2 Emmys for playing the 110-year-old former slave in the 1974 television drama The Autobiography of Miss Jane Pittman, and another Emmy 20 years later for oldest living Confederate widow Tells All. At age 88, Tyson won a Tony Award for the revival of Horton Foote's The Trip to Bountiful in 2013. President Barack Obama awarded her the Medal of Freedom in 2016. Cyrus Webb, Conversations Daily News. It's now time for the Truth of the Day with Mary Ellen Ciganovich. Mary Ellen, it's all yours.
Hi, this is Mary Ellen with your Truth of the Day. Let food be your medicine. Father of medicine, Hippocrates. Food is fuel. Whatever you eat and drink has a powerful effect on your ability to focus, have mental clarity, and create a good mood for your day. Some foods can zap your energy, while other foods may give you a great deal of energy. You cannot go by one food chart for every person. Some people have food allergies, while others are immune. Balance is always a must with food. Eating too much of any food, even a good food, will throw you off balance. Become aware of what you drink. Carbonated beverages are not good for any part of your body. It is not just about the sugar content, it is about the carbonation. As you age, different foods will affect your mood and your body differently. Listen to your body and let it guide you. Today, begin to eat properly. Listen to your body. Enjoy the day.
Bella Manchester is featured in today's Entertainment Spotlight. We're here on Conversations Daily News. For Conversations Daily News, I'm Cyrus Webb with the Entertainment Spotlight. Recording artist Bella Manchester joined me recently on Conversations Live, the radio show, to talk about her musical journey that's now culminated with her new single, I'll Go. Here's a bit of our conversation.
First of all, Bella, how does that feel to be able to have wrote a song and now have it for the world to be able to listen to?
It's a crazy feeling. There's a lot of mixed emotions, but it's insane. The last few days I've just felt nothing but complete love from everyone, from strangers, from people that I've been close to all my life. It's just been quite the amazing few days.
So is music something that you've always kind of felt like you wanted to do, Bella?
Yes, ever since I was little, I've been a part of the performing arts and dance and theater, and singing was just one of my favorite things to do. And then a few years ago, around middle school, things weren't rainbows and butterflies anymore, and songwriting became an outlet for me, kind of like my diary, and I was able to jot down all of my feelings into lyrics, and it became something so personal and so special to me.
One thing I think our audience will get, Bella, I've heard the song now several times, is that they'll hear the courage that you have in the song, especially with the story that we kind of see unfolding in the song. How does that feel to be able to show that courage and to let others, especially young women, know that they can have that same courage?
If anything, all I wanted to do through this song is to let people know that they're not alone. Whatever situation they're going through, and it doesn't have to be through like a breakup or any of that, just to know that there is someone out there that's going through the same exact thing that you're going through. And although it might not seem like there's anyone else that can relate to you, I promise you that there is.
Cyrus Webb, Conversations Daily News. We thank you all for tuning in to this edition of Conversations Daily News. We'll be back with you guys on tomorrow with more news, Truth of the Day with Mary Ellen Ciganovich, and of course your Entertainment Spotlight. Until then, I'm your host, Cyrus Webb, saying as always, enjoy your day, enjoy your life, enjoy your world. Thank you all for choosing Conversations Daily News today. Let's make it a great one.